Hi friends, welcome back to my channel again. Today I have made a how-to video for you specifically on how to write a research paper. If you are watching this video, I am assuming that you have already collected your data and you are in the stage when you are sitting in front of computer and about to write your first journal articles. I'm sure this video will be useful for undergrad students, grad students, and even if you are in high school, and also if you are in the advanced stage of your research career, you will find this video very useful. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So how does a journal article or research article looks like? So basically research article has several different components. The first part is called topic, where you are going to write in few words what is the topic of your research paper, and your topic is followed by abstract, which is a short summary of your research paper, which is roughly about 200 to 300 words. And abstract is followed by introduction. Introduction is basically a small literature review where you are going to write why you did that research, and also you are going to write your hypothesis and your objectives. And once you write introduction, that is followed by materials and methods. Materials and method section is basically the explanation of what you did in your experiment, how you did your experiment, all the protocols you followed for your experiment. And once you write your materials and methods, what you will do is you will write your result section. In the result section, you are basically going to describe what you found in your research, basically in graphs or pie charts or tables and in short explanation. And after results, you are going to discuss your results. That section is called discussion section, where you are going to explain your results and you are going to compare it with previous studies, and also you are going to explain why you found those kind of results, what you found, and also you are going to describe the limitations and future recommendations. And once you complete the discussion section, that is followed by references, which is basically where you are citing all other previous works. So this is how the journal article or research article looks like. There is another kind of scientific paper which is called literature review. I'm not going to talk about that because literature review can follow several different formats, and I have also made one video on literature review. If you want to know, click the I button. So in this video, I'm not going to explain you all the contents. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what should be your approach while you are writing journal articles. So what should you write first? The first thing you should write in your journal articles is results. Sometimes there can be argument between whether you write your materials and methods first or result section first. I personally prefer writing result section because the result section is the heart of your research paper, and if your result changes, then that might affect some other section of your research article. So you should write your result section first, and what you should do is you should describe your result section in bar graph or line graph or pie chart or table, and describe those in word form in small paragraphs, maybe 2 to 3 paragraphs. It depends on your research, how big is your research. I always like to make simple type of graphs and simple type of tables, although it depends on your audience. If your audience are only the research scholars, then maybe you can make little complex, but if your audience are general audience, maybe you should make very simple line graph or bar graph or small and simple pie charts so that anybody can easily understand. And also, while you are making graphs and charts and tables, they should be pleasing to your eyes. They shouldn't be overly complicated and very populated. It should be as simple as possible. So once you write your result section, what you should do is you should write your materials and method section. I think at this point you might already have a rough draft of your material section. So this is the time where you are going to refine your materials and method section, and also adding few things which you haven't had added before, and looking at previous papers and just refining your materials and method section. And materials and method section is the easiest section of your research articles, and you will feel very motivated because you have already completed method section if you write that after result section. So by now you have already completed your results and materials and method section. So once you complete your materials and method section, what you should do is you should write your discussion section. Many students may find discussion section very intriguing and difficult. However, if you look at many different journal articles, they have always followed some kind of format while writing discussion. Discussion is basically the explanation of your results. So what you should follow here is you should basically explain what you found in your result section. You should explain why you found that results. And what you should do is you should compare that whether your results are similar with previous paper or different with previous papers, and if they are similar, why they are similar, and if they are different, why they are different. So basically explaining results, explaining why those results are like that, and explaining whether they are similar or different from previous studies and why they are similar or different from previous studies. And once you do that, what you should do is you should explain the limitation of your research study, and also maybe in the last paragraph of your discussion section what you can do is you can write a small conclusion and you can write future recommendations. So once you complete your discussion section, what you should do is now is the time to write the introduction. Introduction, I think, is the most difficult part of your research articles, maybe after discussion. Sometimes I find introduction more difficult and sometimes I find discussion more difficult. So introduction is basically all about the literature review of your research articles. So you are not going to write 20-page literature review here. What you are going to do here is you are going to write 1 to 2 page short introduction, short literature review, basically explaining why you did your research, what are the gaps in previous studies, and what is your hypothesis based on the gaps of previous studies, and what are the objective of your studies. So basically little bit of introduction of your topic, explaining the gaps in previous research, explaining your hypothesis, and explaining your objectives, and then that is followed by other sections. So now you have already completed your introduction section. So once you complete your introduction, materials, methods, results, and discussion, then is the time to write your abstract. You should never ever write abstract at the first, because abstract is basically a summary of your research paper, and once you have the draft of your first journal article, then only you are going to write your abstract. And abstract is basically 200 to 300 word summary where you are combining all of your journal articles in one small paragraphs in 200 to 300 words. So in abstract, what you can do is the first line could be little bit of introduction of your research paper or topic, and second line could be your objective, third and fourth line could be your materials and methods, fifth and sixth line could be your results and discussion, and seventh line could be a conclusion or something like that. So basically 7 to 8 sentences in your abstract. So by now you have already completed your abstract, introduction, materials and methods, results, and discussion. So this is how you write your research paper, and there are other tips and tricks to write a research paper. What you should do is you should always try to write when you are in a good frame of your mind. If you are bored or if you are tired, then that is not the good time to write paper, because writing paper needs imagination, and imagination comes when your mind is fresh. And also what you should do is you should always try to automate your references, for example using Mendeley or EndNote or some other reference manager tools, because if you start doing your references by hand, then that will take forever. I have also made one video on how to use Mendeley as a reference manager tool. You can click I button and go to that video. And also Mendeley has Word plugin that will definitely help you improve and fasten your research writing. So always automate your reference, and maybe in the end you can double check your reference if there is some mistake, but do not try to do it by handwritten. That will take forever. That will take such a long time. So this is how you write your first research paper. And also what you should do is you should never try to edit from the beginning. Once you have the first draft, you should only edit after that, because there will definitely be few sentences that you are never going to include in your journal articles. So if you edit those sentences which are never going to appear in your journal articles, that's just a waste of time. And then once you have the first draft, then you should follow the style of the journal which you are going to submit, because they might have a specific recommendation. For example, some journals might have result and discussion section combined together, some might have result and discussion section separate, and some other different formatting according to the requirement of journal articles. So once you have your first draft, you are going to format it according to the requirement of journals. And also what you should do is once you complete your first draft or maybe final draft, what you should do is you should ask your family or friends to read it once, because they are the one who may not know a lot about your topic, and if they can understand your research article, that means you have written it in a perfect way, because it is easily understandable to other people as well. So I always prefer to write in such a way that it is understandable by broader people. This is where PhD students and graduate students struggle. They are really good scientists, but they always struggle while explaining their results to the broader audience, and this is where you can practice that. And also what you should do is you should always write in a past tense, because you did your research in past. That means you are going to write your research paper in past tense. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked my content. Please do not forget to leave your comments down below in the comment section, and also please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again in next video. Until then, bye. Thank you for watching.